Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I have some exciting news. Recently there was a Tarte event where I got to try out a bunch of different Tarte stuff, and that includes the new holiday palette from Tarte. It's the Tarte Sweet Escape palette from their latest holiday collection. This is my first time using it for today. I'm going out later, and I decided why not use something that's in a shiny and sparkly box. So let's do an unboxing. I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna use a full face because they have a lot of products in this. I'm gonna see how I like it, and I'm gonna see how it looks on my skin tone, because I know a lot of you guys like Tarte, but I have always been a little skeptical of Tarte just because sometimes their products like oxygenize on my face, which is not the best thing to happen because that makes the foundation look really gray. None of this is foundation products, which is good because I already put on my foundation. So let's get started. So I primed first with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, of course. And I also primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. I decided to prime my lips this time too, since they've been really dry lately. I used the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and I used that to prime. I'm going to blot it off a little bit later when I use the lipstick, but for right now I really need that extra moisture. I know usually I do my eyes first and then I start on my base, but my base was already done from earlier, so I just took off my eye makeup and I'm gonna start fresh. And I used the Do You foundation in Sand by Too Faced. I said it in my first video, but this does have a really strong watermelon scent, so if you are scent sensitive, this is not for you. But the Laura Geller Luminous Foundation, the Filter First one, those have a similar finish, but it doesn't have the scent, and it's really nice. It's not full coverage though, I think, at least, and I don't really think this is that full coverage either, but it's adjustable, so you can just put on more layers if you want a fuller coverage. So we're going to start by opening this up. So it's a cute little pineapple embalm over here, and it's filled with all these sequins, and it's very summery, but this is a Christmas palette, but I guess it's like tropical Christmas, so imagine if you're in a warmer space, which, you know, some of us wish we were. So upon opening, you'll see the first half of the eyeshadow palette, and then you'll see the first face half. There's the bronzer and highlighter and the two blushes. Okay, so this blush is called Island Hopping, and then this one is called Staycation. This bronzer is called Beach Bod, and this highlighter is called Bandeau. Staying with the tropical theme, which I really like because I love the warm weather. I'm not the biggest fan of winter, but I also love fall a lot, so. Alright, now we open it all up. It's like a cute little, it's like a cute little candy, kind of, when it's open like that. You have the full eyeshadow palette. I really love all these colors. I know that Tarte does a lot of neutrals, but I love it when they do a lot of shimmers and a lot of different colors, because that's the way how I like to do my eyes. I like my neutrals, but I have a lot of neutrals. So I really like this warm tone, and I also really like the blues in here and the greens. And then they have a full-sized eyeliner and a deluxe-sized mascara and deluxe-sized lipstick. I'm going to be using all of these to do my full face, and whatever, I didn't put on concealer, so whatever mistakes I make, I'm going to cover them up with concealer. So they have the deluxe size of the Maneater mascara. This is what the brush tip looks like. My favorite is the NARS Climax one, but I'm going to give this a try. I really like Tarte's mascaras. Like, I love their lights, cameras, flashes, so I have high hopes for this one. This one is the full-sized Maneater eyeliner. I love their Tarteist double-ended eyeliner actually a lot. I love the Stila one and the and I used to like the Kat Von D one a lot, but I've noticed they both fray easily, and it seems like they're starting to fray quicker and quicker, which is a little discouraging because the ones that I got were brand new and they frayed. But there's like a lot of different other eyeliners to choose from, so I'm hoping this one is also really good. So they have a deluxe lipstick, and it's called Naughty Nude. It's this really, it's pretty. It's a pretty nude color. I think it might show up on my skin tone, but a lot of the nudes out there don't, so I'm kind of worried about this one, but let me swatch it. Swatching it, it's really silky, it's really creamy. I like how that looks. It's not super out there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this on, but I'm definitely going to try it on for you guys. I was just talking about how I needed a new bronzer too, so I'm glad this comes with a bronzer, but it is pretty light, and I'm a little bit on the darker side, not that dark obviously, so I'm hoping this does show up on my skin, but we'll see. This highlighter looks really pretty. It looks like the Becca Opal one, only a little lighter. I prefer more golden or like pink or rose gold highlighters, so we'll see how this one looks. I really like this blush. I think I'm going to be using this one on today. And then I know in my last video I just did a really orangey pumpkin spice kind of look, but I really like this orange color over here, and I really like this olive tone. It's called Cowie. I think I'm saying that right. But also Sunny's and Carry On are super pretty too. They do have a matte black, which is really good. I think a lot of eyeshadow palettes benefit when they have a matte black as well as all the other matte transitional shades, so that's good for them. They do have a lot of pinks. The pink tones have been having a moment lately with the Naked Cherry palette, which I'm hoping to get soon and do a review on that as well. So I think I'm going to do for more like a pinkish look, or yeah, I'm going to do like a pinkish bronze look tonight. So I'm going to get started on the eyes first, and then I'm going to move on to the face. For my crease, I'm going to use the shade Memories, and then I'm going to use the shade Upgrade as well. Okay, so right off the bat, I did use the Fluffy Brush 6, and I'm not sure if that's what's affecting the color, but I did notice that it did take me a few tries to get to this intensity, and it's not even that intense. Like, I think my light might be making it look more intense than it really is, but it's pretty soft. A lot of people have said that Tarte had an issue with their mattes before, so I'm not sure if that's what it is, or maybe it's just my brush, but we'll see, and we'll keep going. For my outer V, I want to use this beautiful color Unwind. It's this dark pinkish bronzy pink shade, I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. And I'm gonna apply it right over here, and I'm probably gonna smudge it as well. Okay, so I really like this color. Like, it's super pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it's this nice like metallic dark pink shade, but also has some hints of like a little like rose bronze, I guess. It's not super like packed on, which is good because I wasn't hoping to pack this one on a little, but I don't know, I really like this shade. I'm excited now for the rest of the palette. Okay, so for the center of my lid, I want to use the shade Captain. It's this bright, it's like an icy pink shade, which is really pretty, and I think it's going to make my eye color pop. I'm using brush 8, and I'm going to press it down. Okay, I really like this color too. It does remind me of like a few of the other colors I already have. So Tarte's really good with their shimmers, I feel like, in their holiday collection, because they don't have a lot of shimmers in their regular palettes, so this is really nice so far. There's a little bit of fallout, but again, like, I'm going to put some concealer and it's going to cover it right up. I don't really mind fallout. I'd rather there be fallout rather than like no pigment at all, so this is fine. I'm going to go back in my outer V with brush 10, and I'm going to be using the shade Resort, and I'm going to put it like a little bit over here. This is also a really nice dark mauve-y shade. I like this one a lot. I'm going to use this one next time. So going in with brush 7, I'm going to use this like a rose gold, rosy pink peach shade called Poolside over here. I'm going to put that right over here on my lid. Then going back in with brush 8, I want to use this shade Hidden Gem. And I just want to press it closer to my lash line. I like this. I like this look a lot. I like the shimmers in this. They're really pretty. I also like I didn't use a lot of the mattes, so I can't really speak for those except for that one that I talked about earlier. But this I like. It's cute. She's cute. Now it's time to use the Maneater eyeliner. I'm a little nervous. I haven't used liquid eyeliner in a while, and also I just did my entire eye look and I don't want to mess it up too much. So I'm not going to do anything too dramatic with this. Might do a little bit of a wing, but not really. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I know I said I wouldn't do a dramatic wing, and to me this is not that dramatic. So my first impression, this was pretty easy to use. I'm not sure if this is waterproof or not, but I don't really have an issue with that when it comes to my eyeliners. I do like this though. I like the brush a lot. It's this like brush tip rather than felt tip. I'm not sure what we're calling it now, but it's pretty. It reminds me a little bit of the Stila one, which I do like, and it wasn't that hard to use, even though I haven't done liquid eyeliner in a while. It's a lot like riding a bicycle, I guess. I used to do my wings all the time, and I one time did it on a moving subway, so I don't really have an issue with doing my wings, but I guess this is good for a beginner too. It's very forgiving. Like, I made a little bit of a mistake in here, and I just used some micellar water and it cleaned up really really well. What I did notice, like with the Tarte double-ended liner, that this one is a lot less, I guess, the Tarte has a felt tip liner, so it goes on in broader strokes, while this one has a brush tip one, so when you like open your eyes again, it doesn't necessarily go onto your lid. It did a little bit, but then I just like went over it with the eyeliner rather than like cleaning it up, which is how I end up with wings like this. So yeah, it's a good eyeliner. I don't use liquid eyeliner that much. I prefer either no eyeliner or more like of a dramatic like shadow look compared to it, because I think like I did all that blending and then the most you can see really is my eyeliner, so it's pretty. I like it. I haven't done a wing in a while. I feel fierce. I feel fierce, she says with a pink bow on her head. So I'm going to move on to the lashes now. First I'm going to be using the mascara primer that I used, the Laura Geller Fortifying Lashes one. Actually, I decided I'm going to use one eye with the Fortifying Lash Primer and then one eye with just the mascara by itself, because I want to see how much of an impact the mascara primer makes when I'm doing my mascara. So on this eye, I'm just going to be using the Maneater mascara by itself. Okay, I'm not sure if you can notice a difference, but I'm noticing one a little bit right now. This one's, it's really, my lashes look really good over here. I sing praise to the mascara primer, and look, my lashes look really nice over here too, but this is really impressive. No mascara has really been able to do that before, except for the NARS Climax one. But I mean, like I said before, I did really like the Lights, Cameras, Flashes mascara from Tarte, so this is really nice. I think it's the brush tip too. Like, there's a little bit like right at the edge as well, which gets into the really stubborn ones on the inner V. I'm going to apply it on this eye now, and I'm going to see if that makes even a bigger difference. Yeah, my eyelashes, again, I'm not sure if you can tell, but they look really more dramatic, which I really like. I love it when mascara can make my eyelashes look super dramatic because I don't like falsies. This is really nice. I think with the primer and the mascara, it's like an awesome combination. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put some of the primer on top. I know that's not really conventional, but the primer is black, so no one can tell. Okay, so I applied a few more coats and it's amazing. I'm super impressed. It's going in my collection now. So my eyes are done now, and I'm going to be moving on to the face products. I'm going to use the bronzer first in Beach Spot, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheekbones and my jawline. I'm using brush 3. Okay, side note, before I apply, the pans do need to be a little bit bigger. I know that means more product, and that's not really the point. But it took my brush a little bit to pick up some of the product. It's still really nice though. You do get a lot of product. Maybe I just need to use a smaller brush, but I digress. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh girl! Okay, so anything that I said about the bronzer not showing up on my skin, I'm either a lot more pale than I thought I was, or this is just a really pigmented bronzer. Okay. Let's blend that out. It's just so much! Oh, this is not happening. I just remembered that I was going to do my concealer first before I went on to the bronzers, and now that I know how pigmented that bronzer is, I'm going to just start over and I'm going to just conceal. Okay, so I just finished up applying concealer. I'm going to go back in for the bronzer, and I'm going to use less, and I'm going to use a very light hand. I'm just going to apply this like near my cheekbones, kind of like close to a blush rather than a contour, because obviously there's a lot. Going back in with a lighter hand definitely helped. It's not as like heavy as it was the first time when I used it, and it's pretty. I like how this looks on my skin tone, but it's not very dark. If you're darker in skin tone, I don't think I would recommend this bronzer because it's probably not going to show up that well, but you could probably use it as like a luminous powder. Moving on. I'm going to use brush 2, and I'm going to use the shade Staycation as my blush rather than this bright pink one. Yeah, I'm just going to be using a little bit. So I've had kind of this problem before with Tarte blushes where unless I like really dig in with my brush, it doesn't show up that well. So this is like a couple of layers of blush. I know I only wanted to use a little bit, but it's a nice shade. I do like that. I usually go for more of the peachy pinks, and this is a matte blush, so it doesn't have any of the shimmer in it. So if you like that, then that's gonna look really nice. I think this color also is gonna look really pretty on darker skin tones as well. So I'm a little nervous on using the highlighter because I love really pigmented, really glittery highlighters, and I'm not much of a fan of the subtle highlighters. I do use subtle highlighters when I'm just going for more of a no makeup look or something more natural. But it is a holiday collection, so it's probably gonna give that dewy, beachy glow. So I'm excited. I have high hopes. I'm using brush 4, and I'm gonna be using the shade Bandeau right over here. So my impression, it's buildable, which I like. It wasn't super light, which is what I was thinking it was gonna look like, but no, it's nice. It's pretty. I like this shade. It's a very basic shade. It's gonna look good on everybody, which is a smart shade to go for rather than something really super wild. So yeah, this was good. I like this. It does remind me of a lot of other highlighters that you might get when you get eyeliner palettes, but again, like, this is like $50, I believe, and you get an entire full face of makeup, so that's a really good deal. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to be using Naughty Nude. I'm going to blot off my lip mask so I can get the full color. So first impressions, there is a scent. It's the usual scent if you wear Tarte lipsticks, that you know that they have a minty scent. I think it might be a plumping agent. I'm not too sure. Nothing said that this was a plumping lipstick, but it might. I'm not sure. So it's pretty. It looks a little too pale, which is not what I was expecting when I looked at the color. It's very pink, like it's cool toned, which is what I'm noticing. My undertones are more neutral. It is pretty though, but it's not very opaque. It's more sheer. Even though its swatch is kind of opaque, it doesn't really look like that on my lips. It's expected from lipsticks to not look the same on your hand as they do on your lips. Yeah, it feels more like a balm. There is a little bit of a tingle, so maybe there is a plumping agent in this. I think this would look pretty on top of another color rather than by itself on me. I don't know if you can tell now, it's getting a little bit darker, so I kind of like that. I like that it's adjusting a little bit, I guess, to my skin. I like this coral look, actually. This is nice. I was a little hesitant at first, but this is a nice color. Tarte has a lot of other lipsticks. This is cute though. It's a good one to keep in your purse, like if you wanted to wear nothing but lipstick for the day. That's a good lipstick. This is a good lipstick. Okay, so I'm gonna set, of course, with my Urban Decay cooling setting spray, and then we're gonna finish up the look. Okay, so the look is all done. So here are my thoughts on this palette. So my thoughts on the eyeshadows, I really love the shimmers. They look really nice, they applied really nicely. There was a little bit of fallout, but it's not that big of a deal because you can just clean it up with some concealer. I can't really speak on the mattes, but I'm sure you have a palette that has plenty of other pigmented mattes in it, so you can just use that if you don't like the mattes on this. It's not even that the mattes are that bad, you just have to dig a little bit deeper for it, but you get a lot of eyeshadows. The eyeshadows alone in other palettes would make this $50, but this also comes with like face products as well as mascara, lipstick, and eyeliner, so that's a pretty good deal. The eyeliner I love. It's I keep having to wait to speak because there's a lot of sirens, and the sirens come close outside my bedroom window and it gets really loud, and I don't want that to be in the video. Yeah, the eyeliner is really easy to use. I really recommend it, and it's a full-size eyeliner, which goes for like $20, $22, $24 if you're getting from Stila, so this was really nice. The mascara, I was the most impressed with the mascara. I love how my lashes look. It looks very dramatic and they lifted and they curled and they separated, which usually I need a different kind of brush to do that. Yeah, I was really impressed with the mascara, especially with the mascara primer on it. The face stuff. So that bronzer was really packing. It might have been my brush because I did use a lot at first, but now that when you don't use too much, it does warm your face up really well, or at least my face. It's not very dark, but it is a little bit shimmery. So if it doesn't work as a bronzer for you, it might work as a blush for you, or maybe a highlighter, which is really nice. It does catch the light very nicely, which I do like. And looking in a regular mirror, it's a sheer glow, but it also is buildable, and that is a good indicator of a good highlighter. The blush, maybe it's just me, but the Tarte blushes never really show up on the first swipe. You have to work at it a little bit, but it did show up and it is nice. It's not like my other blushes, which I'm glad, and it's not light. None of these blushes are very too light, so it is going to show up on deeper skin tones. And again, I do think the blush that I used is going to look really nice on darker skin tones. The lipstick, I think it needed a gloss. I just put on the Lip Injection lip gloss from Too Faced, and I think that's what it needed to just show up a little bit more. The first swipe, it's very sheer, it's very balmy, but it is pretty, and it does have this nice coral pink tint. So if you're into shades like that, then definitely try it on. If not, then it is moisturizing like a balm. So this is a good like alternative to chapstick. It's like a tinted chapstick, if you will. Overall, I do recommend this palette. If anything, it looks adorable, and it is a really good gift to give or to keep if you're like me. I think it's a little funny how Too Faced and Tarte have these tropical themes out right now, even though they kind of do fit more for summer. But this is more like a holidays in the tropics kind of theme, which is really cute. It's a good collector's item if you're like me and you like to collect the holiday palettes that Tarte and Too Faced and all these other brands come out. And for $50 and everything that you get with it, it is a pretty good deal. So go ahead and see if you like it. If you don't, you can always return it. Like I said, if you're looking for a new palette, if you're looking for a bronzer or a new eyeliner, you might as well just get this, and you get all the things that you're looking for anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I like doing videos like this because you can see like my first-hand reaction of using something that I have never used before. So yeah, if you were thinking of getting something and you weren't too sure, let me know in the comments below what you wanted me to review next, because I probably have it, and if I don't have it, I was probably going to get it anyways, and I'd be more than happy to do a look with that. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions that you have for me, you can reach me either here in the comments, on my Twitter, or on my Instagram. Please remember to follow, because that's where I usually update when I'm going to be posting my videos next and what ideas I might be having for my next videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye!